Morning world, welcome to Thursday, 14th of August, and today, well this morning, we're on big square bales. So I reckon I can get 18 on there. We'll soon find out. 18 big squares are going to weigh quite a bit more than 20 rounds. So yeah, probably going to make the tractor bark a bit, but we'll see how it loads. I've taken the rear ladder off the trailer, so if I've got a little bit of overhang, it doesn't matter. Reg is keen to come out and do a couple of loads as well. There's only 65 big square bales, there's not as many as I hoped for. But yeah, we'll see how the day goes. I got a meeting this afternoon in Stroud with a housing officer to go and look at a lot of work up there. So I might get one load done this morning and I might get one done this afternoon. But Reg is unavailable first thing this morning. I think he's got an appointment with his consultant about his knee. I think he's getting a new knee before long. So yeah, we're going to crack on with the 695 this morning. Just see how we get on. That whistle drives you mad. Right, I've got a bit of a walk now. I got to walk up to the barn on top of the hill. I'll switch that back on when I get there. What's our temperature like today? Coming down. So that's air temperature, 21.8, although I think that's actually really 9. It is going up. And then crop, yeah, we started at 31. So at the moment, I think we've got these fans coming on at between 3 and 5 in the morning. There's no point in having them on the day. It's so warm. I'm just sucking hot air into a hot pile of corn. So yeah, it seems to be working. Right, has everything locked back up there? Let's go and pick up some bales. And we'll start with that one. So far, so good. You're heavy. push him up a little bit. The technology might be a bit old. In fact, it's probably older than some of you, and it's not very shiny. But it's doing the job. All right, not very fast. And on top of that, the main thing, as far as I'm concerned, none of it owes me anything. It's all bought and paid for. So, and as much as I look at some other channels and some other folks with nice, shiny, new kit, I also look behind and go, how much debt are you in to look after that nice, shiny? This stuff takes very little maintenance. It's about as simple as you can get. I mean, this tractor, any mechanic can fix this. No need for a computer, laptop, Wi-Fi, anything. It's a spanner, a screwdriver, and sometimes a hammer. And that's all it needs. And I think sometimes folks have become so dependent on a computer for this and a computer for that and efficiencies, and it's like, well, what's the cost of that efficiency? Is it, how much more efficient is it? I mean, all right, with things like chemicals and fertilizers, if you can monitor and measure and stuff, I do get that. But for stuff like this, I'd love a telehandler. Do I need one though? Right, so I just put the third bale on that side. I took the rear ladder off because I thought I might have a little bit of overhang. It's a 25-foot trailer, so it shouldn't. And you know what? I could probably have left it on there, or it's easier with it on there. And you know what? I don't really need it with big squares, but if I'd left it on, I don't think it would have been a real problem. If I miss anything with this, it's the shuttle. But, you know, this hand works, I can still change gear. You got a busted string? He might have a busted string. I'm not quite square on that. Get 3 high on there, no worries. I'll put the tape measure over the first one just to the safe side. The bridge is 12 foot 9 inches, so as long as I got lower than 12 foot 6, I should be okay. So I'm not teaching you how to suck eggs, but for you youngsters or anybody who's looking into doing this, and you're doing a bit of load of work, so there's always carry, especially if it's heavy, always carry your load as close to the ground as you can. Then you won't tip the tractor over. No, a bit more. There you go. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, there you are, 8 foot. So they do fit nice and snug on that trailer, which we're now going to go and get and clear this field too. Right, just had a phone call from Reg. He's back from seeing the knee man. He's got to go and have x-rays tomorrow, but he said, I've got the trailer on, do you want me to come over? I said, well, yeah, I can load you up now if you want. He goes, yeah, I'll come over. So he's as keen as mustard, our Reg, you know, for a bloke who's 75 years old. You wouldn't think he'd be so keen, but I'm here, the tractor's here. If I can get 2 loads home this morning, if I get him unloaded, even if I don't get myself unloaded until this afternoon, that doesn't matter. So, yeah, that'll be more than half of them cleared. So, I don't think it's going to rain. Once it's in the barn, I'll be happy. I will have a bit in here because it's hot. I don't like hot that much. Right, I've just got up on the trailer. I put a 3rd level up. And we're about 11 foot 9, so I got 12 inches to spare. So as long as the height on the bridge is right, we're good with 3. I kind of thought we would be, but you know what? I don't want to hit the Norway Bridge. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't know if it's me, but I seem to keep hitting the button on top of there and squeezing rather than tilting, so I think it's just building up a bit more muscle memory maybe, or I'm just not very good at it. Go on, in gear. I reckon that load's going to make the tractor burp going up that bit of hill from Cromwell Quarry. I might even have to go down a gear. I reckon these are, I don't know, 350 kilos each. Something like that. They're pretty heavy. They have packed them nice and tight. There's a little road here on the corner of the field over there. I don't actually know if you can see it or not. Little buck by the looks of it. Picking up the scraps. No, I don't want that. I ain't got that on there very square, have I? Not happy with that. Put the camera down, do it properly. Reg has arrived. Right. Go and chase him in the field. What's he looking at? Helicopter hovering around over the barn over there, the farm.
Finished.
Yeah.
Then it got doing the power lines.
Do you reckon?
Power lines.
Is he over the power line there? I don't know. There's no power lines where he's looking. He's still there. Maybe they've come to arrest me brother, I don't know. Oh, push it in. What was I saying about the old-fashioned technology? Right, that is 36. So we're more than halfway on the big squares. I said to Reg, if he wants to go on back, I've still got to strap my bales on yet. That's that parked up. Oh, maybe he is looking at power lines. Reg reckons he's looking at power lines. But I thought they were further over than that. Maybe he's just bigger than I thought. When I was looking at the power lines going across the farm area, that pole there and that one over there has got quite a lean on it now. I think where the ground has shrunk so much and there's a little bit of weight on the cables pulling it that way, it's literally pulled the post over. But one thing we have proved today is Reg's big blue trailer doesn't hold any more than my big red trailer. So yeah, draw. I think I might just pull forward a bit before I chuck that last strap over. He's just a bit close to that three-phase set of cables. Might even be 11,000 volts. I don't want to be chucking a cable over that. Better than being electrocuted, isn't it? Right, I've sent Reg on ahead. He offered to follow me back and I said, there's no point, Reg, you got a 55k tractor, I got a 40 on a good day. I said, if you follow me, you're stuck at my pace. I said, and traffic aren't going to get past 2 tractors and loads of straw. I said, so if you go on ahead, I said, people have got a chance to get past you and they've also got a chance to get past me. And he said, that's fair enough. So he's walking back to his tractor. We're all strapped on. I'm going to let him get in front of me. I'm going to unload him first anyway, because if I don't get this unloaded until I get back from Stroud, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's more than half the big squares loaded. They'll be in the barn today, and the idea is, depending on what time I get back from Stroud with the council meeting, we will come back and do load 2 this afternoon, and that'll be it. The big squares will be cleared. So and then the rain bales, I'd like to get them in before it rains, but you know what, it's not as important as these chaps. So this is so dry, you get a storm of rain on this, they're going to just swell up like a sponge. So a little 695 can stay tucked in the hedge over there. He's happy enough. Thought that was warm, didn't have the aircon switched on. Helicopter still over there, look. He might be admiring my stubble. It's possible. Or counting my bales. Maybe it's the tax man.
Oh, he's made 90 bales. Oh, how much tax can we get out of him for that? I think we should tax him £10 a bale. Yes, that'd be a good idea. Then we can afford to buy a tank.
Come on up. Come on, come on, come on, you know you want to. There you go. Well, one thing will go in behind, another they're going to meet Reg first. He's bigger than me, they'll definitely get out of his way. So we've got a silver transit. I wonder if he knows how wide he is. Not wide enough to fit in there, that's for sure. Or even narrow enough, maybe. Not narrow enough to fit in there. He looked happy, didn't he? So I reckon Reg's trailer's probably 10 inches lower than mine. So if he scratches that bridge, I got no hope. They can't keep up. Yeah, we're definitely heavy. I'm giving her everything she's got. All right, we are in top gear, in rabbit mode, high range. But yeah, that's everything she's got. Reg is probably ticking over. He's got 2 foot, so I should have 9 inches. I'm going to take it steady just in case. Oh yeah, loads of room. There's Lars. Every time I see Lars, he's got a different bloody Porsche. It was a silver one last time. No. Oh yeah, I got some weight on here, right? This is where we say goodbye to Reg. He's going to be gone. Then he has got 2.5 times the horsepower I have. Right, our first hill. I have had to change down to 3rd gear up here before I've had silage on. And I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do it again today. Because we are heavy. You going to pull up here? You didn't like it. But we never dropped below 15 kph, so you know it's not terrible. I dare say Reggie's never dropped below 45, but there you are. In here, and I always, if there's nothing coming anyway, I always make it a bit wider to give me plenty of room to get in. Woman tried to overtake me. It's like, yeah, just wait 30 seconds, not even that, 10 seconds. Cool. They're out there. Right, let's get Reggie unloaded. He said, you put it where you want it. Oh, he said, all right, I can do that. How'd you turn that down? Sorry. Right, there's nowhere to put a magnet in here. So, yeah, nowhere. Turn this round, poke it down there, get it unloaded, and then Reg can get on his way then. This is a lot bigger than mine, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough space to turn all this in here. Oh, it's going. We're all right. We're all right. Lovely tractor, a bit big for my yard. Right, let's get it unloaded. Right, that is one load in the shed. That's taken up half a bay. We're going to be flush with the front of the building, I think, when we got all this in here. Go on, Reg, I know you can do it. Let's see if he wants a cup of coffee before he goes. Do you want coffee? Coming in for a cup of coffee?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, I thought it was a good idea, all right.